Hello guys, Uncle Larry, a great guy and all, but he always parked himself in the best seat in Graham's family room and doesn't move until it's time to leave. Grandma to sister both came this year, even though they can't stand each other every Christmas. They exchange presents, but I think the only reason they do it is to see who can come out with the most insulting gift. On Easter and Grandma house, you have basically got their choices of how to occupy yourself. You can sit in the family room and watch golf on TV with the men, go in the kitchen and talk with the women, or hang out in the basement with all the kids. None of those options really works for me, so I always just lock myself in the bathroom until it's time to eat. The main event at Easter is brunch. The whole family used to sit at a line table in the dining room. But now that the family bigger, it's split between grown-ups and kids. The grown-ups table is in the dining room and the kid table is the kitchen. I'm kind of glad we changed things up because when we all used to sit together, I'd always end up next to someone who was way more interested in my life than I was. Plus, when we all sat together, Mom would make me add food I didn't like. Sure, I wasn't me to try her potato salad, which I might be willing to do if it wasn't served in the same bowl she used when one of you kids has the flu. I don't like eating in grime dining room anyway because it was way too formal and I think it makes everyone act too serious. A few years ago, Papio had a green bean hanging from his lip for most of brunch. That was funny enough on sit down, but when it fell into his glass of water, I had to laugh. I saw everyone else would laugh too, but nobody that did that showed me a two look, and I got the feeling I should just keep my head down and go back to eating my ham. Ever since the one over, something funny happened during meal in the drawing room. I do everything I can to stop myself from laughing. I'll pinch my ear so or beat my lip real hard, but sometimes even that's not enough. I hear when Papa wanted to blow out the candle on his birthday cake. His denture came flying out. I strained so hard to keep myself from laughing that I thought I might burst a blood vessel or blow out an eyeball or something. Plus, I had just taken a big sip of chocolate milk and I was trying not to let it dribble onto my plate. I tried to say off something really sad, but all the could come out with was sweetie in his little sweater. Then a thought led to another, and I was just too much for me to take. In fact, now that I think of it, that incident is probably what led to you kind having our own table in the kitchen. I'm not sure how they figured out who qualified as a kite and who is an adult because Uncle could sit at the grow up table. I know it might sound like Uncle Sid is a grow up, but he's actually only 3 or 4 years old. Great Aunt Mary adopted him a few years ago, and somehow I guess that makes him my uncle. It does make things pretty awkward sometimes. I think the rule should be that if you need a bastard seat, you are automatically disqualified from sitting at the grown-ups table. But Uncle Kiki sit in the sitting room with the adults, and Roderick has to sit at the kids' table, even so he's particularly a crew man. Today I made sure to sit as far away as I could from Melvin and Milko, but that minute I ended sitting next to my second cousin, Georgia, who has a front toes that's so loose it's hanging by a thread. Her toes were low that the last time we saw her, so we're talking years now, everyone in the family there's the conveying her to let them pull it out, but she been stalling for forever. When when my front tooth was loose, I was terrified of letting someone pull it. Mom spent weeks trying to convince me to let her yank it out, but I was too scared. Eventually, she said if the tooth fell asleep, I'd slow it, and that was really dangerous. But I know that wasn't true because the week before Minnie had slowed enough my to scar and hell leave it. After a while, I guess that got fed up about my loose toes and decided to take matter into his own hand. He told me Han wanted to show me a magic trick, then he tied a string to my front tooth and the other end to the dork. Nope, I didn't say what was coming until it was too late. After watching Georgia travel her brows in a circle with her time for 45 minutes today, I went to the family room because I know that's where Graham keeps her string. But when I walked in, I was surprised to find that half the group ups were already in there going through Grandma photo albums. From what I could piece together, and Andra told her that Mila Diamond Ring was in a family photo album, and when the rest of the grew up heard that, they got all excited. Then someone suggested that maybe they physically didn't mean it. The ring was literally in a photo album, so everyone started looking through the picture to see if there were any clues. A minute later, something caught Uncle Larry's eyes. Uncle Larry was pointing at the photo from the last Easter we all got together in on picture. Mel was wearing her diamond ring, and it didn't. She wasn't. It didn't take a genius to figure out where her ring went. 15 seconds later, everyone was fanned out across Grandma's backyard, searching for Melba plastic egg. I guess everyone figured that if the ring was in an egg, then it was Fender. Skipper's mom tried to get everyone to come back inside the half disaster, but it was no use. It was a little disturbing to see how Grandma relatives were acting, but I admit I got a little caught up in the excitement myself. While everyone else was looking for the egg outside, I was looking for it inside. But after Mom caught me rifling through Grandma's underwear drawer, I realized that maybe I was getting a little too carried away. I see mom was pretty fed up with everyone by that point because she told our family that we were going home. As far as I know, nobody actually found the ring, but when we drove away from Grandma, a few people were still out there searching. Tuesday. Usually, when Aunt and her kids stay with us, it's for a week, but this time around, they only lasted 2 days. That's because after what happened last night, Dad told them they were gonna have to leave. At dinner, we ran out of ketchup, so Malcolm picked up the phone and called 9 to report the use. I took about 2 hours for mom and dad to clear everything up with the cups. After that, get on Gretchen and her sons the boot. They pick up and went to grandma. And I am sure that was just fine with them because